it's Spence, the evil genius.
Hey guys, it's Spence. It is October 30th, Thursday. It is about 12:52. I want to do a super fast update today. I have so much stuff to share with you guys, but today in particular, I'm going to jump right in because I have a client call starting in like 5 minutes, not even, maybe 8 minutes. So let me get the screen. Had a revelation in the last 24 to 48 hours, which is really important because it's an example, I think, of, oh my goodness, let me just fix the layout here. Hold on. I'm going to have to go with that. This is an example of how things change in unexpected ways. I've had so many of you guys who've joined on board, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Fernando and I are having such a blast. But what I want to explain, let me just fix my screen. My God. What I want to explain is the tools that I'm building are dynamic. So in real life, I find how they work and then I fix them and I change them and you guys give me feedback and I love you guys for that so much. So here's what I got. One of the things that I had built in the connection between your desktop agent, whether it be Claude or Cursor, is the ability to edit content using a tool called Spence Style. Now, Spence Style, I believe, is at the bottom of the page here. Spence Style was a concept that I built that essentially was, how can somebody have their agentic tool edit the site and make content, but that they could have greater control over it because of the Gutenberg blocks and all the other stuff that might get in the way. But what I found in practice was that when I made the content, that it was awesome, it was protected and you could edit it and you can have, but that other tools weren't finding it once it was there because it wasn't in the regular content area. And number two, this is a big one. I didn't think about it. Then I go, oh, this is a problem. What if you just want to leave, which is my primary benefit? I want to make it that you stay with me because you love being with me and being with my products, but I don't want you locked in a cage. Spence Style would have needed an escape plugin to take all the stuff out of these special boxes. So then I started rethinking it and I met with Cursor, which is Fernando and his buddies. And here's what we came up with. It's the minute launch canvas block. And this is, oh my God, revolutionary because it simply does this. It's not revolutionary like curing a disease. You get a canvas block that is controlled directly by your agentic tool and write all the same stuff. And it still separates the CSS and the HTML very elegantly. In fact, almost more elegantly. But the preview mode has this ability to see exactly in line, exactly what is being put on the front. And the magical button here, save edits. This is what I was trying to do in earlier incarnations when I was having frustrations. So if I edit something here, I can just choose any of these words and I'm going to probably maybe put in a couple of tools and I could start editing, right? I'm not sure if this is going to work because I literally just came up with this as before we spoke. So let me see if I go in edit text mode. There we go. So like ML canvas block demo, or I could say, see, one of the things that's weird is it's going to the beginning of the line, but this is just a little tweak. Is awesome. I'll get this sorted out. The revelation is it's going to save us because is awesome. I'm just going to do it like this. Is awesome. How about I do the whole thing? Once I get this little doodad sorted out, is awesome. Well, live demos from Spence, right? If I refresh the page, refine. Why is this important? Well, one of the things I just mentioned was permanence, right? So if I take this, and this is the demo, and I turn off the plugin, in theory, the content should stay, right? That's the whole point. And it's still editable and transportable, and it's still addressable by your agentic tool. So the plugin is off now. Let's refresh the page. And see, this is why I do live demos. I have to tell them to save the stuff because when the block goes away, currently it's saying your site doesn't support this. So what I'm going to do is work on this a little bit more. I just wanted to share with you right off the bat that this is something coming. And what this does is it also means that you don't have to have the extra plugin that's dynamic set up. This will be a tool that when I get it finished today, probably, will just make it easier for us to get all the things that we want done. I had one last thing that I want to share. I have 2 minutes. Anne, who's one of our great friends here, hopefully she's listening, was wondering about how to make backups and do stuff. And in the short answer, I'm going to do a full thing. Maybe I'll do it for tomorrow, or I'll talk about it in office hours. We're going to set up a local GitHub folder and a GitHub repository. And the GitHub repository and the GitHub folder lets you store and share all of the stuff that your agentic partner makes, Claude or Cursor. So come to office hours tomorrow. I'll do it as part of what I talk about. I hope this little thing's exciting. I'll have this sorted out. Also, one last update, because I got 1 more minute. Minute Launch video, or Flow video, has received an improvement as well, which I'm pretty excited about. John Lawler is pushing me hard in a good way to get that done. So I've been editing and updating it. You have to get the latest version. But now what it does is when you create a video, instead of trying to remake everything, it essentially makes the video, and then it's going to give you what looks like a little clapperboard with the title on it. And then if you want, you can go and remake the thumbnail. So for example, here you can see, like, these are videos that I made. So when it comes in, it's like, all right, it's done. Here's the thing you made, but you're not worrying about whether or not it's ready to go yet. When you get to the editor, then you can remake the thumbnail, remake the title. I am completely out of time. Short one. I'll see you tomorrow for office hours. Email me if you have any questions.